Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. Today I'll be showing you how I created this augmented reality Aimi Sekiguchi on the hoverboard. So this is pretty simple. Okay, you might notice the hoverboard is not 100% perfect because it's floating and following the route of Aimi Sekiguchi. But yeah, I should have like have to constrain on the feet and then making sure the hoverboard is underneath the feet perfectly. But anyway, it's pretty interesting, and I think, and you can send this into your friend or family. You can actually use your own body, your own scan. So yeah, this is the AR. You can send it to your friend as long they have iPhone or iPad or Mac. So yeah, first of all, yeah, the character Aimi Sekiguchi. Sekiguchi is the VR artist. She's very famous on Twitter, and at some point she actually released her full body scan, so I just used that. And then for the hoverboard, I'm using this one from Sketchfab. This part for the feet is actually quite interesting because in reality you probably never use this. It should be at the front, I think. So anyway, I set it up in Blender. So I send the full body into Mixamo, and then so I have this motion capture data for skateboarding. And then what I did with the hoverboard, I simply using a constraint. First of all, I parented this hoverboard model into this empty, and with the empty I'm constraining it into the target bone. Okay, it's targeting the hip of Aimi. And then in order for this to work, what I did next was to bake the hoverboard. F3, bake action, clear constraint, clear parents, visual keying. So I'm baking the hoverboard, and I can actually delete the empty now. So now the hoverboard is moving, following the hip. It's not 100% perfect, like I said. This the feet should be, 2 feet, and then we need to have like a bone, and then we need to constrain and aiming the bone, and then so the hoverboard need to be parented to that bone to be really perfect. But anyway, after I do that, I simply file, export GLB animations, and then I'm using reality converter, and here we have the animations inside reality converter. And then we can see there's an animation. You can check it in different environment. And then you export it out as USDZ. Once it is a USDZ format, it has animations, but it doesn't have like a full behavior. So what I did next was to bring it into Reality Composer. Here I can add a behavior. So basically hoverboard animations is, I make it looping by clicking on this symbol. So Aimi and on her hoverboard is kind of looping. And then if you notice here, if I tap, she actually floats a little bit. So I can make it so that it's kind of floating using just a simple behavior, jump when tap. So I'm using this action sequence, motion type float, but I can make it like a flip, for example. That's also pretty cool. Maybe wild flip, and yeah, cannot. Doesn't work like that. There's a few others, but it's just the basic one. Spin is cool. Yeah, I should actually have like a few motion applied. I could probably like make it jump and spin at the same time. So add another emphasize and drag and drop this. So we are doing float and spin at the same time. This one should be maybe 1.6 seconds as well. Yeah, you get the idea. Maybe this should be 1 second. There, that's pretty cool. So we have this reality project that we can export out as reality or as USDZ as well. Reality file I think works better, and you just airdrop it to your phone or iPad and it's gonna work. All right, so yeah, that's basically the whole process. If you want to perhaps put on a mask, you can also do that. If you look at here with the bones, Mixamo rig head, maybe I can use some mask somewhere. I have this Tengu mask. Okay, this is basic one from somewhere. File, import STL. Let's say we have this mask. Tengu is a famous spirit character from the forest in Japan. You can use any mask from Sketchfab or the one that you make yourself. You might also see Tengu on a Tekken character, Tekken video game. Let's say you add this. Now with a mask, you can be any person, basically. So yeah, select the mask. You might want to parent this into an empty first, just in case it's not perfect in position. So maybe create an empty and then constrain this into armature, add target bones, armature, find a head. So now we can parent this into the empty. I wonder this is using the head. Why is it up there? Interesting. Tengu, maybe use it. This red color. And again, I think file, save, maybe bake this. Bake visual king, clear constraint, clear parents. Okay, so only 31 frames. File, export, GLB. Let's try exporting this out. The same process, reality composer, reality converter. You want to convert it into USDZ first, and then you can bring it into reality composer. File, export all, save, open up reality composer. Okay, select our character, right click, replace, import. Now we have the new model, same animations. Okay, so that's the whole process. Basically, thanks Aimi Sekiguchi for the body scan and Sketchfab for the hoverboard. So yeah, kind of interesting thing you can try to recreate. You don't need to make an AR stuff. You can actually bring your own background and then just make the animations to work, you know, like on Sketchfab you can find environment and places you want to use, and I have my own 3D scans that I can bring in. You know, if you want inside the train, not all my scans are pretty or not perfect, but I think I have some places that I can use inside the building. No, it should be outdoor. Maybe here. I think I quite like this. So I think, yeah, making like a 3D scenes these days more like finding the right environment, the right props, and the right characters. So and then bringing everything together. Of course, you still have like still needs animations and all sort of things. You need characters to do some acting. You need to set up cameras and things like that. This is somewhere near Erskineville, I believe, or near McDonald Town. This is without light. If I switch to this mode and then create light, sunlight. Okay, this shader I think is a bit wrong. I need to fix this shader. Principal BSDF should go there. Roughness 100%. So now we have Aimi floating on the hoverboard, and maybe I should have animated the whole thing as well moving forward. Which one's better? Currently still pretty bright. Maybe I need to make this like nighttime. Okay, virtual Aimi Sekiguchi. So what do you think? So yeah, that's the whole process. Hopefully you find this interesting and useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.